on, fellow junkies? Horror Junkies 509, Kyle 13th coming at you again today, you guys, and I hope you're out there absolutely having an absolute, and I mean absolute, killer day. Hope you guys are enjoying December. Has this holiday season just flown by. I still remember back when we were talking about Halloween and being excited about that, and now Thanksgiving is gone and Christmas is almost here. Why does it go by so fast every single year? And I'll just never know it. But, I hope you guys are out there enjoying your December, watching your Christmas classics, watching your Christmas horror. Make sure you guys would check out my newest short. I have a little short where I really kind of bring in the Christmas spirit and show you some essential Christmas horror movies that I watch every year. And so if you guys are having trouble finding something, definitely check out that short, you guys. My short is actually getting a lot less views than normal, so I was kind of a little bit surprised. But hey, you know what? It is what it is. A lot of people are busy. Christmas is a busy time. Everyone's shopping. Everyone's, watching Christmas movies, Christmas horror. I highly recommend the Christmas horror, but I always enjoy my Christmas classics as well. But, this might be my last video before Christmas, you guys. So I want to stop and wish you guys a very Merry Christmas. I hope you guys have a great one. I hope you get spoiled by Santa Claus and significant others and friends and family, whatever the case may be, you guys. I hope it's a great one for you. And Horror Junkies 519 wishes you the most amazing, brutal Christmas ever, you guys. All right, so I am coming here to do a video. It's not very Christmas related, but, I always try to find a way to, in my own way, to make it a little bit Christmassy. So, since we're in the season, I do have to switch my hat from the Horror Junkies 509 hat to something that, fits the season just a little bit better. And so I always like to switch to my Santa hat around this time of year, but since I haven't been doing a ton of videos, you guys haven't really gotten to see it. But, all right, long enough chit-chat. Let's go ahead and see what we're talking about, you guys. So, what I'm reviewing today is something that you can't actually buy anymore. This is something I got at the when Trick or Treat Studios was losing some of their rights to some of their products, so they put them on sale, and I bought a ton of stuff. And this mask has been sitting here waiting for review, and this is actually a mask and something with it, so it's a little bit different. But I bought all this stuff at the last chance sale that they did a while back, and you guys have seen a lot of stuff that I've done from that video, like my Glenn Strange Frankenstein mask, because I've seen the Halloween 2 mask, which is sitting right here now. But, this is one of the last things I got from that sale that I have to review. And, now's the time. So, what am I reviewing today? I'm going to be reviewing the mask from The Creature Walks Among Us, which I know you guys are looking at this. Like, if you guys remember the first Creature's mask I reviewed, you're like, why did they make that? Like, that looks absolutely terrible and 100% steps down. But you got to understand, in this movie, which is called The Creature Walks Among Us, it's the third film in the Creature franchise. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's the third one. And they tried to make him more humanoid. And so they tried to, make him humanoid so he could kind of walk among people and not be, frowned upon or, feared or anything like that. But, I mean, really, did you think this was really going to do it? People in the human race are really difficult to win over. And so something like this just probably wouldn't have worked. But, I definitely wanted to come here and review the mask. And I will be talking about the first mask of it, because that one, if you guys have not seen my Creature from the Black Lagoon mask review, check it out. I will be showing it off here. But if you want to see the full review, look down on my in the description. I'll make sure I post it for you guys to make it as easy as possible. But let's go ahead and check this one out, you guys. It is, a lot of people are, this film can be really polarizing. Either you like it or you don't like it. I'm one of the people who actually like it, and so I was really more than happy to get this. And you guys are probably looking at this and saying, Kyle, how is this Christmas related in any way, shape, or form? I'm sorry, does that not look like a hairless Grinch to you? I mean, I think it definitely is. This could be a Grinch mask if he wanted to go hairless, okay? That's what I'm going with, and that's what I'm sticking with. All right, you guys, but honestly, looking at this mask, you guys, just like the first one, you guys, they really were able to get inside here and get a lot of this stellar detail. I love the green they picked. I think it looks really great. They still kind of have reminiscence of the lips of the original Creature, so it's still there. But, a lot of good molding details. Like, they got some good black shadowing in here and kind of just, like, texturing it. Really still got a lot of good scale detail. And I'm not trying to compare this to the first one, because the first one is a complete knockout. But when I'm saying that this is a good representation of what the creature looked like in this movie, 100%. This thing looks great. And, you know, this might not be your cup of tea, but I definitely, you know, recommend at least giving it a chance. But, you know, as far as the sculpt, it looks really great. I think they really nailed what they were going for. And, you know, the paint up looks really good. This is something kind of weird. They kind of have a black mesh in the mouth, which I think I talked about the first time I showed this off. But I still think that's kind of weird. They do have the Velcro up the back, just like they did the first creature mask. So, like I said, if you guys haven't seen it, definitely go see that video. But here's the Trick or Treat Studios ticket. And like I said, you guys, these are not for sale anymore. So this is just kind of like show it off. I'm not saying you couldn't get it, but I have a feeling it's going to be pretty expensive nowadays. So really buy at your own risk. If this is something you just have to have, I totally get it. And, you know, try eBay. You know, look for collectors that are selling their set collections. Whatever the case may be. But, you know, just saying, if you go on Trick or Treat Studios website, this will no longer be there. So we got the ticket here for The Creature Walks Among Us. It is a Trick or Treat Studios product and sculpted by Erich Lubati. Erich Lubati. I'm going to go with that. And we all know I'm not much of a reader. And this is the Gillman mask. So if you guys want to take a look at that, see if that'll come through. See good old Eric's, it could just be Eric and Erich, I'm not sure. Whatever the case may be. But if you ever need to know how to take care of a latex mask, there are some helpful hints in this ticket. And so, yeah, that's the ticket for The Creatures Walks Among Us. But, you know, back to this thing, you guys. I'm just kind of looking at all the fine detailing. You know, he still's got the gills. He's got a lot of, you know, the detail for his lack there of nose. The eyes are definitely, at least going to be more or less your eyes wearing this mask. Because the last one, you just had these little beady holes to look through. But you know what? I think as far as the sculpting, the paint up, I think all the details are there that are required, and I think it's a great mask. And, you know, just to go ahead and give this a try, I'll probably do it when we get the mask on, but I'm just saying, is that not the Grinch right there? I see it. You can see it or not if you want to or not. It's really up to you, but he's the who hates Christmas in Whoville. All right, you guys, but let's go ahead and try this bad boy on, and then we'll kind of get to the extra part that comes with this video for you. But, you know, the more important part is to try this stuff on. When you come to Horror Junkies 509, you know that I'm going to try on the mask because it should be a requirement. Like, I watch mask reviews too, and people do not try them on, and I think it's crazy. But I'm always here to try them on for you. I don't think I've tried this one on yet. I could be wrong, but we'll see. I remember the original one being quite big. So let's go ahead and see what The Creature Walks Among Us brings us. And so, you know my disclaimer, you might see a chubby version of this creature. So just be warned, and here it comes. It looks really good. I really like it. The fit is pretty good too. The only bad thing is about this bib. And so it really kind of makes you look a little wonky, to be honest with you. I think the neck needed to be longer on this. So because it's sitting on my head perfectly, but this is kind of raised. So I guess that's the thing. All right. Alrighty, so the most important part about trying on the mask is to really talk about the fit and the sizing. So to really help you guys, find out if this mask is worth you getting, if you can find one, come across one, or if you have one. Sorry guys, I'm going to try and get this Velcro line back up. But anyway, for as far as sizing, remember I have a little over a 23-inch head, and this mask was actually very, very snug on me. Like, it was a good snug to where, like, it was comfortable for me to wear. I feel like it fit me really well. It kind of, I really enjoyed the fit. Like, I don't think if I had any slightly bigger of a head, it would be comfortable. So slightly bigger heads are probably going to be more of a display for you guys, which is still not a bad thing if you're just a displayer. But, for the people who want to wear them, just remember anything over slightly a 23-inch head, you're risking not enjoying the fit and wearing this mask in any way, shape, or form. But honestly, I think this is a great mask. I highly recommend you guys check it out. The sculpting, the paint up, and if this film is not for you, not a big deal. But I mean, just since they made it another creature, I really wanted to have it because the creature is definitely one of my top Universal monsters. It's between him and Frankenstein's monster. Those are my two absolute favorites, but I really love all the Universal monsters. Trick or Treat Studios did a really good job with this line. I would absolutely love to see it come back, but who knows? As far as giving this a rating, I got to take everything into consideration, and I really don't have a bad thing to really say about this mask. Probably the most difficult part. I mean, the fit as far as for me is good, but maybe an overall. I'm sorry, I can't get this back on my display. I guess I sealed it up too tight. Gotta love my paper towels. All right, but back to it, you guys. I really don't think there's a bad thing to say about this mask as far as the molding, the paint up, the fit, the hair. It's all great. But as far as a review for me, I'm going to go ahead and give this a solid 8 out of 10. I think it's a real fire mask. The biggest reason is just the fit, and I think the bib it needed a longer neck, and I really think that would have knocked it out of the park if it could have just come down a little further, or maybe even not had a bib, just because, I mean, with it attached to the mask and it doesn't sit right on your shoulders. This might fit a smaller person a lot better. If you guys have this mask and it fits you perfectly, let me know so I can let my viewers know. But 8 out of 10, I think, is a solid score for this. I really wish I remember what I rated the last one. But anyway, 8 out of 10 for that one, and it definitely gets a solid. But to go along with it, before I do comparisons, they also made the Gillman gloves. And so Trick or Treat Studios kind of did a run of gloves to where you guys could actually buy them. And so you'd have the mask and the hands to go with it. So this is still legit. Trick or Treat Studios, The Creature Walks Among Us. This was also sculpted by Eric Labadie. And so tickets the same, same information on it. So no surprises there. And it does still say Gillman hands. Unfortunately, I cannot try these on. I've tried when I bought them, and I recently tried before I pressed record on this. I still cannot fit my hands in these. I am thinking about slitting up the wrist here and then adding Velcro. So, because I think it's only the wrist, I feel like my hand would fit these. Like, realistically, I do think my hand would fit these. Probably not super comfortable, but I feel like I should be able to get my hand in there if I slit up the wrist and add Velcro. I haven't decided if I really, really want to do that, but honestly, look at these, you guys. I think they got a lot of really great detail throughout the entire side, front and back. The paint up looks really good, and I think this is a really cool set for people that might be able to fit this. So I never thought I had that big of a hands. I probably fit maybe an extra large glove or something like that, but just doesn't fit me, but maybe it'll fit you. But I highly recommend them. I think they would be great to go with the mask. Anyway, so honestly, with those gloves, I think they look great. They're painted up, molded up nicely, but the fit doesn't fit me. So I will go ahead and give those probably just, I'm going to give them a 7 out of 10 because I cannot wear them. So they really are just a decoration for me, but they still will get a solid. But anyway, you guys, so I got the 2 reviews done. I definitely want to show the 2 brothers together. So let's go ahead and pull out the original creature mask, which if you guys have not seen this before, you guys are in for a treat, in my opinion. So this is the original Creature from the Black Lagoon mask. I mean, just look at this expertly done mask, and it's big. This is a big papa. And so if you guys are interested in this mask, definitely make sure you check out my review. Like I said, I'll link it in my description to make it easy for you. But this is probably one of my #1 masks of my collection, because this thing is molding, paint up, fit. I mean, this thing's huge. It's phenomenal. But there we go. We got the two brothers here just hanging out together. They are the same creature, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. But you know what? This was him a little more humanoid, and this was his original look. But honestly, this mask is always been one of my favorites, and I'm glad to add his next look for it. So if you guys want to go ahead, so what was and what he became, probably a sad story, honestly, but you know what? I'm glad to have representations of both of these masks. They look absolutely amazing. And just, you know, for S's and G's, I'll go ahead and try the original one on for you, of course. And so it does have the 3 Velcro in the back. Typically, I have to have Angelina help me in this, but she's getting ready for the day, so we will be ready to rock and roll when I'm done here. All right, let's see what we got. All right, here it comes, the original creature. Oh yeah, still really, really, really big, but that's okay. Like all this, my head can't go there, so it really fits really big. There's lots of room in here. I just admire myself. Right on. Well, let's give this a try. Who knows if this will work, huh? Just for Christmas vibes, what the hell? Doesn't fit. Really trying my best not to ruin any of this Velcro. Because it doesn't seem like it's sewn on very well, so I definitely could rip it. And you know me, I'm pretty good at ruining things, especially when I'm recording. You know, it's kind of a Horror Junkies 519 specialty. But, you know, we live and learn. But anyways, you guys, definitely both these masks I highly recommend, and you guys should definitely add them to your collection if you have the ability. Definitely don't forget, 8 out of 10 for me on the Creature Walks Among Us mask. And watch my old video to find out what I rated this one. I'm pretty sure it's pretty relatively high. Everything here, even the Gillman gloves. Don't forget the gloves. Right here. Don't forget them. It gets a solid groovy, you guys. I hope you guys will like, comment, subscribe. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I really hope you guys have an absolute amazing Christmas, you guys. Don't forget to go check out my short, and I will probably try to make sure I do a video before the new year, but honestly, just who knows? School, work, it just keeps going. But that's going to do it for me. Horror Junkies 509, Kyle 13 signing out. Just until next time, you guys already know it. I've been sentenced to life. I am a horror lifer. And you guys, have a killer day, have a brutal Christmas, and if I don't see you again, which I don't think will happen, have an absolute massacre of a new year. Stay bloody, my friends. Until next time.